Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you are new here, my name is Shannon. Don't forget to subscribe and stick around. And welcome to my kitchen. I am so excited to be filming my wedding registry favorites for you guys. In my last video, which was a clean with me that I'll link somewhere up at the top here if you haven't seen that yet, I talked about a poll that I had posted on Instagram way back when, asking what you guys wanted to see first on YouTube. Obviously the clean with me video won, but wedding registry favorites was our second choice, so here we are. I purposely didn't post about or film any other wedding planning content because I know that it can become a bit much, but what I did do instead was I put together 5 different blog posts into a little wedding planning series over on my website. So if you guys are interested in the wedding content, or if you are planning a wedding yourself and you want to check that out, I will have that linked in the description box. It just goes through every aspect of the planning process. I share my personal tips and tricks along with a recap of our wedding day and some sneak peeks of our pictures as well. But I thought it would be fun to film this video for a few different reasons. One, I think videos like this were very helpful for me when I was building our wedding registry. If you have a friend that's getting married and you need a gift idea for them, or even if you're moving and you want to upgrade some of your kitchen essentials or your housewares and you just kind of want to see what other people are using and loving, I think this could be helpful. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right, I have my laptop here with me with all of the different items that I want to share with you guys. When I went to go create our registry, I used 3 different stores. I registered at Crate & Barrel, Target, and Amazon. And then we had a wedding website on the Knot that acted as a landing page for our registry. So all 3 websites got synced in one place so our guests could go on and shop instead of having to keep track of 3 different websites and 3 different separate registries. So if you are planning a wedding yourself, I would highly recommend a website like The Knot or Zola. I know those 2 are very popular. I can only speak for The Knot specifically, but it was very user-friendly and it worked out really well for us. So I have this list divided up between kitchen favorites and home favorites. And just to preface, most of these are going to be kitchen essentials, primarily because we didn't really have a ton of kitchen things prior to getting married. So I never lived in an off-campus college apartment or anything like that. I graduated school during the pandemic, so my last year and a half was spent at home, and then I continued living at home with my parents up until this past May. And for my husband, it was the same thing. He lived on base. He didn't have a kitchen or his own space to furnish, so we really were starting from scratch. But in a way, I think it was kind of nice because I could really take my time and curate our registry with things that we really liked. And it also allowed me to make sure that everything we added on there was practical and things that we would get a lot of use out of. Starting out with one of the larger ticket items on our list was a good dinnerware set. I registered for this on Crate & Barrel, and I really liked that you can shop by collection on their website. I'm sure that other stores do this as well, but I ended up picking out the white Marin set. And I started out with the 16-piece dinnerware set, which is 4 place settings. So it came with 4 dinner plates, 4 lunch plates, I believe they're called, 4 salad bowls, and 4 mugs. So all of the essentials. And then I went through the Marin collection to see if there were any other pieces that I wanted to add on top of the traditional place setting. And by far, one of my favorites are the pasta bowls. I love that these are a bit wider than your standard bowl. We are very big pasta consumers in this household, but aside from pasta, these have been great for soups, salads, risotto dishes. I honestly find myself reaching for these multiple times a week, if not every night. Next up, we have our glassware. These are beer can glasses. They are 16 ounces, so they hold a decent amount. These are sold individually, but I registered for 8 of them. And whether it's water, iced coffee, smoothies, we're likely using these. Next up are a few bakeware favorites, starting off with a set of measuring cups and measuring spoons. In all honesty, I chose these at first because I thought the gold was really pretty, but these are such great quality. I love that they're not plastic, so they're a bit more durable, and the wood handle on here adds such a nice detail, but makes it really easy to scoop out whatever it is that you need. These are unfortunately not dishwasher safe, so you have to hand wash them, but I honestly don't mind. They're very easy to clean and I use these all the time. When it comes to baking, I really don't like dealing with parchment paper. I feel like I can never get it to be the correct size and then I end up wasting a ton of it. So as an alternative, I've been really liking these silicone bake mats from the Figment brand at Target. We really like the Magnolia Table chocolate chip cookie recipe, and I make those a ton. I pop them on here and they bake so evenly and come out perfect every time. These are also very easy to clean. You can put them in the dishwasher, you can hand wash them. If over time it gets stained or anything builds up on the surface, you can just clean it with a little bit of baking soda and it's good as new. Last up for bakeware is any type of bakeware set. It doesn't have to be anything super elaborate, but something that gives you the basics of a few different sized baking trays, maybe a muffin tin. Mine also came with a loaf pan, a cake pan, and a cooling rack, which is really helpful. This one is also from the Figment brand at Target, and I love how the gold matches everything else in our kitchen. This set has everything that I need. I've already gotten a ton of use out of it, and so far I've been very impressed with the quality and the durability. I think it's also nice to register for a nice set of placemats or linen napkins, any type of table linen that you can use either every day or for hosting. I personally registered for these round woven chargers from Target, and I absolutely love these. We use these as our everyday placemats, but they're neutral enough where I can still use them in a nicer tablescape as well. Next up, we have our spice rack. I really like this one in particular because it's expandable, so it can really work to fit whatever space you're working with. I really like this in our kitchen specifically because our pantry is really narrow, but it's very deep. So having the tiered shelves allows me to see everything in one place and not have to go digging through the cabinet to find what I need. One of our friends actually gave this to us with a small collection of her favorite spices, and I thought that was such a cute gift idea. So if you need to get something for someone and you know that they like to cook, that's a really good option. I know I said the pasta bowls were one of my favorite pieces, but this one may be a close second, if not tied for first, and that is my Dutch oven. I have reached for this so much more than I thought. There are so many great Dutch oven specific recipes. I've seen lasagnas, I've seen breads, and this is really great anytime I'm making a soup or a risotto based dish. One of the things that I love most about this Dutch oven is how affordable it is. Cast iron skillets and Dutch ovens can be so expensive depending on the brand, but this one is from the Magnolia section of Target, and I believe at the time I registered for it, it was only around $50. So this is a really great piece of starter cookware for a great price. This next one might be a bit random, but it does come in handy quite frequently, and that is a good cheese grater. I really like that this one has this detachable container, and it does hold a decent amount. I know a lot of larger cheese graters can be kind of awkward and difficult to store, but I like that this one is a little bit more compact, it's more low profile, and it fits really nicely in our drawer without taking up too much space. Next, we have our gold flatware. Before we even had this apartment, I knew that I wanted gold flatware. I think it's so much more fun than your traditional silverware, and it's a really easy way to elevate your everyday place settings or even a tablescape for hosting. We received one set as an engagement gift, and then I registered for a second set so that we would have more, and I absolutely love it. Last up on our kitchen favorites are kitchen appliances. These could be things that you don't currently have, or maybe things that you'd like to upgrade. Things like coffee makers, toasters are really nice to add here. In our case, I had my Nespresso machine for years, so I knew that I was going to be bringing that with me when I moved. And then I also purchased our toaster and tea kettle prior to creating the registry, so I had those already. But if you want to add a good blender, I really like our Ninja blender. We had that on our registry. An air fryer is a really good one too. We actually did not register for an air fryer because at the time we weren't sure if it was something that we would really like or that we would use that often. So after our wedding, we actually did purchase an inexpensive air fryer, and now that we have it, we use it all the time. I absolutely love it, and if you don't currently have have an air fryer and you're looking into one, I would definitely add it to your list. Another good thing that you might want to add to your registry is a mixer, whether it's a stand mixer or a hand mixer, especially if you do a lot of cooking and baking. Something like that is really nice to have on hand. And on to the home section, we have our Shark Detect Pro cordless vacuum. This is probably one of my favorite things that we registered for. I absolutely love this. I talked a little bit about it in my cleaning video, but it is very lightweight. I can clean our entire apartment and then some on a single charge. It has really great battery life. I love that it has a light so you can see where you're vacuuming. And the one feature that I think is really great about this is auto mode. So depending on how dirty a space is, the vacuum will actually change colors from red to orange to yellow, just to show you where you need to spend a little bit more time. And then it will turn blue when it's clean. So I've been really liking this. If you are in the market for a good cordless vacuum, I would highly recommend this one. Next up for home favorites are our Casa Luna bath towels. I registered for 6 bath towels and 6 hand towels, and I ended up going back to Target and purchasing 2 more sets of each because we love them so much. I like that they are lightweight and dry quickly, but they're still very absorbent, which was very important to me when looking for new towels. And I love the waffle knit texture. I think it gives them such a nice spa-like quality to them and could not recommend them enough. Next up are our bed sheets. These are from the Threshold brand at Target. They carry some of my absolute favorite affordable sheets. I've recommended them to my entire family over the years, and we have 2 sets now and really like them. Our final home favorite is our outdoor furniture. If you have a balcony or a patio or some sort of outdoor seating area, it's really nice to have some chairs to sit out and drink your coffee, read a book, or just relax. The set that we have also came from Target. Our set included 2 chairs with the cushions as well as a little bistro table. I loved the woven design of the chairs, and we've really enjoyed making our little outdoor space more homey. I know the angle and the lighting just changed a little bit. My camera died, so I'm filming the rest of this on my phone. It's also later in the day now. I had filmed the first portion of this video during my lunch break, so it's now later in the evening if things look a little bit different, but I did want to finish up this video by touching on a few of my honorable mentions. These pieces are a collection of items that I think are sometimes easy to forget about when you're building a registry, but these would also make really great gifts for friends or family members. I wanted to make sure that I included them in this video. And the first one being any type of serveware, whether this is a serving platter, a serving board, a really nice wooden cutting board, or even a cheese board. These pieces are always really nice to have, especially when you're hosting. Even if you're not shopping for a wedding, but you have, let's say, a housewarming party for a friend, I think it would be really cute if you got a small cheese board or a little serving platter with some cocktail napkins, maybe some cheese knives, and you can tie it all up with a ribbon and make it look super cute. I think that is such a great gift idea. It's so practical and functional, but it's also really thoughtful. Next up are a set of glass leftover containers. I almost forgot about these, but I am so glad that I added them to my registry because we use ours almost every day. I really prefer the glass as opposed to the plastic. I just feel like your food tastes better, and I know it's just better for you in general. You could use these as meal prep containers, as general storage, so definitely add a set of leftover containers to your registry if you haven't already. Next up would be any type of drying rack, whether it's a dish drying rack, a clothes drying rack. I use both of mine so frequently, and those are really nice things to have as well. Barware is also something that's really fun to receive. We got a lot of wine glasses at my bridal shower, which I am so thankful for. So we have a stockpile of those, but if you know that someone likes a specific type of drink, if they like Moscow Mules or martinis, or you could get them a fun set of coupe glasses for a bar cart, I think that's always really fun. And a lot of times on certain websites you can get them personalized too, which just adds an extra special touch. A lot of the pieces that I shared were very practical kitchen and home items, which is great. We all need the necessities, especially when you're just getting started, but I think it's also fun to throw some home decor pieces on there as well. Whether it's a vase or some cute coffee table books, I put a couple ginger jars on there, but I think it's fun to search for these pieces and start your collection. Those are all of the favorites that I have to share with you today. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are of course so grateful for everything that we received off of of our registry, and I hope this video was able to help you in some way. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to stick around, and I will talk to you all in my next video.